If you're over 60, stop scrolling. Just for a minute. Because what I'm about to tell you could save your brain. There's a tiny habit, something you probably do every single day in the bathroom, that seems harmless, but it's quietly increasing your risk of stroke or even dementia. No chest pain, no warning signs. One ordinary step into your bathroom, and suddenly you're lightheaded. Your arm won't lift. You try to speak, but no words come out. I'm a brain doctor. I've seen this more times than I can count. Seniors walking in fine, then collapsing without any clue what just happened. And the scary part? It's often not because of age. It's because of this one everyday mistake that nobody talks about. So before you take your next shower, please stay with me. You need to hear this. Today, I'm going to share with you 10 bathroom habits that many seniors unknowingly follow. Habits that may lead to stroke, sudden drops in blood pressure, or even temporary memory loss if not corrected early. These aren't rare or extreme habits. In fact, they're incredibly common. Things like taking hot showers, standing too long, or bathing right after eating, or taking medication. Sound familiar? But here's the truth. Even simple routines like these can quietly trigger a dangerous chain reaction in your body, especially after the age of 60. And to make this real for you, I won't just list the habits. For each one, I'll tell you the real story of a patient, someone I've personally seen in my practice. So you understand this is not just theory. These are real people, real emergencies, and real consequences. By the end of this video, you'll know what to avoid, what to change, and how to protect your brain, heart, and health, starting today. So stay with me. This could help you or someone you love avoid a life-changing medical emergency. Let's start with one of the most comforting, but most dangerous, habits: long, hot showers. Now, I get it. Who doesn't love standing under hot water, letting it relax the muscles and melt away stress? But here's what most people don't realize, especially seniors: that heat causes your blood vessels to dilate rapidly. When that happens, your blood pressure drops, sometimes dramatically. And when you're older, your body doesn't respond as quickly to regulate that pressure. Let me tell you about Mr. James, a 74-year-old retired teacher. He'd start every morning with a hot 20-minute shower. But one day, just minutes after stepping out, he felt dizzy, then blacked out. He hit the bathroom floor, unconscious. His wife found him minutes later. He was breathing, but couldn't remember where he was. After testing, we discovered his blood pressure had crashed, triggering a transient ischemic attack, a mini stroke. This could have been avoided. If you're over 60, even 10 to 15 minutes of hot water can put your heart and brain under serious strain. It's not just about the temperature. It's about how your aging circulatory system handles it. Here's the safer habit. Keep showers under 10 minutes. Use warm, not hot, water. And always sit down or hold on to a sturdy bar when stepping out. Don't let a soothing routine turn into a silent danger. Hot showers might feel good, but they can rob you of something far more important: your balance, your clarity, your life. Now, let's talk about a mistake that feels innocent, but can be incredibly risky: taking a bath or shower immediately after eating or taking medication. Many people think, I just ate lunch, I'll freshen up. Or, I took my blood pressure pill. Let me go rinse off real quick. But here's what's really happening inside your body. Right after a meal, your body redirects blood flow to your digestive system to help break down food. And if you've just taken certain medications, especially blood pressure pills or sedatives, your cardiovascular system is already adjusting. Now add in the heat and humidity from a shower or bath. That sudden shift pulls even more blood toward the skin. The result: a rapid drop in blood pressure, leaving less blood going to your brain and heart. Let me share the story of Ms. Linda, a 68-year-old widow. She took her medication after dinner, then stepped into a warm bath. Less than 5 minutes later, she felt weak, her vision blurred, and she fainted. Her daughter found her lying in the tub, barely conscious, with dangerously low blood pressure. It was terrifying. Doctors confirmed it was a postprandial hypotension event, a steep drop in blood pressure after eating, made worse by heat and recent medication. Here's how to stay safe. Wait at least 60 to 90 minutes after eating before bathing. Avoid hot water if you've just taken medication that affects your blood pressure or heart rate. Your bathroom routine should never compete with your body's need to digest and stabilize. Give your body time and protect yourself from a fall, fainting spell, or even worse, a stroke. Here's a habit that seems so harmless, it's almost invisible: standing too long in the bathroom without support. You might think, what's the big deal? I'm just brushing my teeth or shaving. But if you're over 60, standing still for extended periods, especially on hard bathroom floors, can quietly strain your circulation and trigger serious health risks. Here's why. When you stand motionless, blood tends to pool in your legs, especially if your veins and arteries aren't as strong as they used to be. That means less blood is returning to your heart and brain, and the longer you stand, the more your risk builds up. This becomes even more dangerous in the hot and humid environment of a bathroom, where blood vessels dilate more than usual. Let me tell you about Mr. Allen, a 72-year-old grandfather. Every morning, he would stand for nearly 20 minutes at the sink, shaving, brushing, fixing his hair, without leaning or sitting. One day, halfway through shaving, he suddenly felt lightheaded. Before he could call for help, he collapsed, head first into the sink. He suffered a minor stroke due to orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure from prolonged standing. The good news: it was completely preventable. Here's what you can do instead. Use a bathroom chair or bench if tasks take longer than 5 minutes. Lean against the counter to reduce strain. And take breaks. Don't try to do everything in one standing session. You don't have to fall to be in danger. Sometimes it's the stillness that steals your strength. So give your body the support it needs before it forces you to the floor. This next habit is not only risky, it's shockingly common. Holding your breath while pushing hard during a bowel movement. You might not realize you're doing it, but if you've ever sat on the toilet, tensed up, and strained while holding your breath, you're triggering what's called the Valsalva maneuver. And for seniors, this silent habit can be deadly. Let me explain. When you hold your breath and push, your chest pressure spikes. That temporarily cuts off blood flow to your heart and causes your blood pressure to rise dangerously, then drop sharply when you stop. The sudden swings can cause fainting, stroke, or even cardiac arrest. It's like giving your brain and heart a violent jolt every time you're constipated. Let me share Mr. Thomas's story. He was 76, fairly healthy, but dealing with chronic constipation. One morning, after several minutes of straining in silence, his wife found him slumped forward on the toilet, pulse weak, unresponsive. He'd suffered a stroke due to a sudden blood pressure crash after straining too hard. It took him months of rehab to regain his speech and coordination, and it all started with a simple trip to the bathroom. Here's how to prevent this. Never hold your breath while pushing. Breathe out slowly instead. Add more fiber and water to your diet to avoid constipation. Talk to your doctor about stool softeners if needed. The bathroom isn't a battlefield. Don't fight your body. Work with it, because no bowel movement is worth risking your brain. Here's a habit that happens in millions of households every morning. And it's putting seniors at serious risk without them even realizing it. Jumping out of bed and walking straight to the bathroom without pausing. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the hidden danger. When you've been lying down for several hours, your blood pressure is lower, your circulation slower, and your brain needs a moment to catch up. If you suddenly stand and walk, especially to a cold bathroom or one with slick floors, your body doesn't have time to adjust. This can cause a sudden drop in blood flow to your brain, known as orthostatic hypotension. And for seniors, that can mean dizziness, collapse, or even a stroke. Let me tell you about Mrs. Eleanor, 81 years old. She woke up at 5:30 a.m., feeling the urge to use the restroom. She sat up and immediately stood without pausing, then took 3 steps. Suddenly, she felt the room spin, lost her balance, and hit the tiled floor. She fractured her hip, and later tests revealed she also suffered a mini stroke caused by low morning blood pressure, all because she didn't take 30 seconds to let her body adjust. Here's what you should do instead. When you wake up, sit at the edge of the bed for 30 to 60 seconds. Breathe deeply, rotate your ankles, and slowly rise. Hold on to furniture or the wall as you walk to the bathroom. Mornings are already your most vulnerable time. Don't make them more dangerous. Give your body a chance to wake up with you before it sends you crashing down. This one might surprise you. Locking the bathroom door, especially when you're home alone, can turn a minor emergency into a life-threatening situation. Now, I get it. Privacy is important. But for seniors, especially those living independently, this simple habit can delay help when every second counts. Let's say you slip in the shower, or suddenly feel faint, or suffer a stroke and collapse before you can call for help. If the door is locked, no one can reach you in time. Not family, not emergency responders. Let me share what happened to Mr. Bernard, age 70. He lived alone and was in generally good health. One evening, he locked the bathroom door, took a shower, and suffered a massive stroke while reaching for a towel. His neighbor, who checked on him regularly, couldn't get in. By the time emergency services broke down the door, he had been unconscious for over an hour. He survived, but lost most of his speech and mobility. Here's what doctors will tell you. Time lost is brain lost. Every minute that help is delayed during a stroke increases the chance of permanent damage. So what's the safer habit? Leave the door unlocked if you live alone or if someone is nearby. Install a privacy lock that can be opened from the outside in an emergency. Keep your phone nearby or install a medical alert button in the bathroom. Your safety matters more than your privacy, especially when help might need to come fast. A locked door can mean the difference between a quick rescue and a life-altering delay. It might seem like nothing, but walking barefoot in the bathroom, especially on wet tiles, can be a disaster waiting to happen. Why? Because as we age, our reflexes slow down, our balance weakens, and our foot sensitivity decreases. Combine that with a slick floor, and you've got the perfect setup for a slip, fall, or even head trauma. You might think, I'm careful, or I've never slipped before. But the truth is, it only takes one moment, one misstep. Let me tell you about Mrs. Dolores, 78 years old. She had just finished brushing her teeth when she stepped backward on a damp spot near the sink. No socks, no slippers. Her feet slipped out from under her, and she hit the ground hard. She fractured her pelvis, and worse, the impact triggered a blood clot that later caused a mild stroke while in recovery, all because of one wet patch and bare feet. Here's how to avoid this silent trap. Use non-slip bathroom mats both inside and outside the shower. Wear rubber-soled, non-slip slippers at all times in the bathroom. Wipe down wet floors immediately. Don't assume they'll dry on their own. Install grab bars or handles near sinks, toilets, and bathtubs. Falling isn't just about broken bones. For seniors, a fall can start a chain reaction of hospital visits, complications, and long-term disability. Don't gamble your future on bare feet and luck. Secure your footing, because one small slip can change everything. This habit may feel relaxing, but taking a shower late at night, especially when you're already tired, can dangerously lower your guard and your blood pressure. Here's what most people don't realize. When you're exhausted, your nervous system is already slowing down. Your blood pressure is lower, your balance is weaker, and your awareness is dulled. Add warm water, steam, and slippery tiles, and you have a perfect storm. Let me tell you about Mr. Samuel, 73 years old. He had a long day, felt sweaty, and decided to take a shower around 10:30 p.m. His wife had already gone to bed. 15 minutes later, she heard a crash. She ran to find him collapsed in the shower, barely breathing, his head bleeding from a fall against the faucet. He had suffered a sharp drop in blood pressure, lost consciousness, and hit his head. He spent 3 days in intensive care. Here's what's important to understand. When you're tired, your body is more vulnerable, physically and mentally. Nighttime showers may feel like a routine wind-down, but for seniors, they can be risky if not done carefully. Safer habits include: take showers earlier in the evening, ideally before 8 p.m. Never shower when you're drowsy or alone at home. Keep the bathroom well lit, even at night. Use motion sensor lights if needed. Have a phone or medical alert nearby, just in case. Don't let exhaustion make you careless. Your bathroom should help you unwind, not put your life in danger when no one's watching. It feels cozy, right? That warm, steamy bathroom after a hot shower, like your own personal spa. But if you're over 60, lingering too long in that steamy, closed space can quietly rob your body of oxygen and push your heart and brain into dangerous territory. Here's the science. When steam fills a small bathroom with poor ventilation, humidity rises, oxygen levels drop, and your core body temperature increases. Your heart has to work harder. Your blood vessels dilate. And before you know it, your blood pressure plummets, your breathing slows, and your brain starts receiving less oxygen. That's how seniors end up feeling faint, confused, or even collapsing. Let me tell you about Mrs. Ruth, a 75-year-old widow. She loved taking long, steamy showers with the door closed and no fan running. One morning, she stayed in the bathroom for 30 minutes. When she finally came out, she was pale, sweating, and slurring her words. She collapsed just minutes later and was diagnosed with hypoxic syncope, a fainting episode caused by low oxygen in a high humidity environment. It was her relaxing routine, but it nearly cost her everything. Here's how to protect yourself. Always turn on an exhaust fan or crack open a window during and after bathing. Limit time in the bathroom after hot showers. Don't sit or stand in the steam for too long. Step out for fresh air if you feel warm, foggy, or weak. The bathroom should never feel like a sauna, because steam may feel soothing, but for aging hearts and brains, it's a silent suffocation. Of all the habits we've talked about, this last one might be the most dangerous because it's not something you do. It's something you ignore, feeling dizzy, numb, or disoriented in the bathroom, and brushing it off like it's nothing. Too often, seniors feel a wave of dizziness while brushing their teeth, or notice tingling in an arm while drying off. And they say, "It's probably just low blood sugar. I stood up too fast." Or worse, "I'll lie down and wait it out." But these symptoms can be the first signs of a stroke, and ignoring them may cost you your independence or your life. Let me share Mr. Gregory's story. He was 67 and in decent health. One night, while washing his hands, he felt the left side of his face go slightly numb. He thought, "Weird," but didn't feel pain, so he shrugged it off. An hour later, he was slurring his words and dragging his foot. By the time he got to the hospital, he had suffered a major stroke, one that might have been avoided if he had acted at the very first sign. Here's what you need to remember. If you feel dizzy, lightheaded, numb, or off balance in the bathroom, stop immediately. Sit down, call for help, and monitor your symptoms. Don't drive. Don't delay. Don't wait and see. When it comes to stroke, time is brain. Every second matters. Ignoring early warning signs isn't bravery. It's risk you simply can't afford. Now that you've seen all 10 bathroom habits, take a moment to ask yourself, how many of these are part of your daily routine? Because the truth is, it's not just one big event that puts your health at risk. It's the small, repeated habits, the ones we ignore, overlook, or accept as normal, that quietly build up over time. And for seniors, the bathroom isn't just a place to clean up. It's where blood pressure can crash, where falls can happen, and where strokes can start without warning. But here's the good news. You can change your future with just a few simple adjustments. Starting today, use warm water, not hot. Don't rush out of bed. Never strain or hold your breath. Keep the floor dry. And always listen to your body, especially when something feels off. You have more control than you think. And every step you take to protect your brain and heart is a gift, not just to yourself, but to your loved ones. Stay sharp, stay strong, and make your bathroom a place of safety, not silent danger. Bonus gift. To help you take the next step, we've created a free, printable bathroom safety checklist. With simple reminders and practical tips you can hang on your bathroom wall. Just send an email to prettery666@gmail.com. Subject, checklist, and we'll send it to you right away, 100% free, because we believe knowledge should be shared, and your health is too important to leave to chance. If you found this video helpful, don't just watch. Hit that subscribe button now and join thousands of seniors and caregivers learning how to live smarter, safer, and healthier every week. And don't forget to turn on the bell icon so you never miss a life-saving tip again. This channel is your trusted guide for brain health, stroke prevention, and senior safety, because you deserve to age with clarity, confidence, and control.